From Hampshire, Franklin, and Worcester, Ms. Comerford has filed an amendment the clerk will read.
Amendment number 367 by Ms. Comerford, 1-year prison construction moratorium.
Senator Comerford.
Thank you, Madam President, and through you to the members. I rise to speak on this amendment, which would place a 1-year moratorium on further and proposed construction of a new women's prison in Massachusetts. I filed this amendment in partnership with the gentleman from Acton, who has long led on this work. I have been tremendously heartened by the leadership of my good friends from Arlington and Jamaica Plain, and let me say, Madam President, especially by the deep and abiding consideration of this issue by the Senate President. And I extend my thanks to the Senate President. I'm especially grateful for the incredible organizing work of Families for Justice's Healing, the National Council of Incarcerated and Formerly Incarcerated Women and Girls, Building Up People, Not Prisons, the Real Cost of Prison Project, and 90 other organizations that are leading the movement against a new women's prison and have called us instead to invest in pre-K through higher education, job training, healthcare, public transportation, and more. We are pressed to have this conversation. The state has already signed contracts for over $750,000 for design and a strategic plan amid shifting understanding, cost estimates, and all manner of public upheaval. And as we debate the fiscal year 22 budget and consider how the Commonwealth will spend taxpayer dollars, we are obligated to wrestle with this pressing issue. A recent Boston Globe article shared a long understood reality. Quote, research shows that women who are incarcerated face an array of challenges before arriving in prison. The vast majority are poor and incarcerated for nonviolent drug or property crimes. Most have experienced physical or sexual violence, end quote. Currently, the Commonwealth has the lowest rate of incarceration per 100,000 women in the nation, with 160 sentenced women currently incarcerated by the Department of Correction and 331 women currently incarcerated in county jails and houses of correction. The women incarcerated are disproportionately of color. The vast majority have mental health issues. Many, or most, have experienced acute trauma. And the average age of incarcerated women is 42 years old. Couple these understandings with the fact that it costs over $117,000 annually to incarcerate one woman at MCI Framingham, and the women's prison at the center, which is the women's prison at the center of this struggle around a possible new prison, and the pressing and timely questions become self-evident. Why build a new women's prison when incarceration rates have dropped 31% overall since 2012, and women's incarceration rates have dropped by 79% since 2011? Why build a new women's prison when, as of May 10th, MCI Framingham Women's Prison is at only 24% of occupancy capacity, and county-level facilities that house women are also well below total occupancy capacity? And here, let me say, I'm deeply grateful to the work of this Senate on prison reform prior to my arrival in the body. Why not seize this moment to invest instead in alternatives to incarceration, with study after study unearthing the benefits of these practices? And why not invest in post-incarceration services to help break the cycle of incarceration by ensuring housing stability and food security immediately after a person's release? Shouldn't this possible spending on new construction be reconsidered in the context of data, which shows quite starkly that women, and especially women of color, have lost jobs during the pandemic at disproportionate rates? Why not invest more funds into targeted job training and universally free, good quality childcare? And here, please let me say that I'm deeply grateful to the Senate President and the gentleman from Winchester for pushing this, especially childcare, and this kind of investment forward. As we approach a post-COVID world where brutal inequities along race and class lines have been exposed for all to see, why not invest first and foremost in initiatives that would address the root causes of incarceration and further decrease the number of women and their families caught in a debilitating spiral? In partnership with Representative Tyler, I've introduced legislation to put a halt on new prison construction. That legislation has not yet had a hearing, and I look forward to that opportunity, and just respectfully request, as we consider our spending priorities this week, I urge us to reject spending on new incarceration facilities where alternatives and root cause investment work far better and are far, far humane and just. I look forward to the hearing and further discussion among colleagues, and I ask, Madam President, unanimous consent to withdraw Amendment 367. Thank you.